Let's see if we can get the bolt carrier group back together. We have to take our extractor first, set that down into the bolt, and insert the extractor pin. Just like that. Now it's spring loaded on the back end, so I'll kind of line up the pin holes right here, push down on that spring on the back of the extractor, and set the extractor pin down in there. Now you want to center up that extractor pin. Center it up with your eyeballs. That's good right there. Okay, now you want to set your bolt into the bolt carrier. You want the extractor on the right side, the ejector on the left side. Set that down in there. Okay, it'll look just like that for a right-handed rifle. The ejection port is on the right side, so you want the extractor on the right side and the ejector on the left side. And when the bolt is driven rearward from the gas pressure, the extractor will pull the cartridge from the chamber and the ejector will kick it out the right side of the rifle. Okay, so we put the bolt into the bolt carrier, and now we're going to install the cam pin. And you want to line up the cam pin hole of the bolt with the cam surface of the bolt carrier, and insert your cam pin through the bolt carrier and the bolt. Now turn the cam pin 90 degrees so it looks like that. Let's set everybody up so it's tail up, and we're going to take the firing pin and set it down into the bolt carrier and the bolt. Just like that right there. Your firing pin goes in from the back side. Okay. Now I'll pull the bolt all the way out, and I'll hold the firing pin. Let me get turned around right. I'll hold the firing pin so that I've got forward pressure on it. We'll take our firing pin retaining pin and set it in the recessed hole right here. Come in from the recessed hole side. And give it a little bit of wiggle so it enters the hole on the opposite side of the bolt carrier. There we go. Now to make sure that that firing pin retaining pin is doing its job, I'll take the bolt, tap it a couple of times, and if the firing pin doesn't fall out, that firing pin retaining pin is inserted properly. Now before I insert this into my rifle, there's a couple of things I want to check. You get turned around the right way here. Right way for a lefty anyways. What I want to do is I want to make sure that the firing pin, when the bolt is in the unlocked position, I'll take my finger back here and I'll push on the rear of the firing pin, and I should not see, let me get in the window here, I should not see the end, the business end of that firing pin come through the face of that breech bolt. Now, when I push the breech bolt to the lock position all the way into the carrier, and I push the back of that firing pin, I should see it protrude out the face of that breech bolt. So, fully unlocked, no firing pin. Fully locked, firing pin. I do that a couple of times. Good, good. That right there is a serviceable bolt carrier group. Okay, let's set that off to the side. Bring a rifle back over so that we can put everybody back together. The first thing you want to do is insert the charging handle. So you want to take these two ears and line it up with the notches in the upper receiver. Once you got the two ears of the charging handle lined up with the notches of the upper receiver, just slide it forward just a little bit. Now here, you want to take your breech bolt, pull it fully forward to the unlocked position. You're going to take this gas key and set it down into that notch of the charging handle, this groove right here. Now, push everybody forward until the breech bolt locks into the barrel extension. Close up our loading gate to move it out of the way. Make sure that the hammer is to the cock position. If the hammer's forward, it might butt up into the back of that bolt carrier group where the firing pin sits. You might have a hard time getting this back together. So make sure that your hammer's fully rearward to the cock position. Now you take the lower receiver, set it up into the upper receiver right there. Push that pivot pin in, the forward pivot pin. Push the rear pivot pin in. Now, we're fully assembled. Go ahead and open up that chamber.